Hello and welcome to the Sorare Turkey YouTube channel. First off, I'd like to apologize for the last couple weeks. I wasn't feeling very well, so I couldn't load any videos. To begin with, let's look at last week's performance, and God, it is something to be proud of. As you can see, we have been able to get a reward, and it is a tier 2 reward. This was a team that got us the reward. Of course, Christian, Luindama and Geraldo. I want to thank them, but they left for the same price. So this was the price that we won, Robert Lupicic, I believe. When you look at it, this card alone is worth more than $30. So the main reason of this series was to show that you can play with a very low budget. So we uploaded something around $28 and we won more than 30 just in the third week of playing. So which means we doubled our money. We took back our investment, whatever you can call it. So I'm very proud. Of course, this is a bit pack luck. It's a good reward for tier 2. But anyway, I am very happy to be able to show, to demonstrate this so early into the season. So, of course, this doesn't change anything. We will keep trying the same thing. We still have that same budget that we have deposited in the beginning of the season, and the Lucivic card has been given out to one of the subscribers to the channel. Congratulations, SR Monkey. You can see the draw on Twitter, and let's hope the rewards keep coming. Let's go straight into this week's team. For defense, we got Radakovic. He is a certain starter for Ankaragücü. They play Hatayspor at home. Hatayspor is in fine form, but still, I think Ankaragücü is the better team. They both of the teams need this win, but I trust in Ankaragücü. I will be looking at their team especially for this week, and to begin, I picked Radakovic as the defender for this week. The other candidates were Caner Osman Pasha. I almost can't believe I'm endorsing him. They are playing Antalyaspor. It's a tricky fixture because you cannot trust Sivasspor after the midweek fixtures. They are not great when returning from the Euro Conference League fixtures, and also Antalyaspor is a tough team. I believe Antalyaspor will not be defeated in this match, but still Sivasspor are a good defensive team, and Caner Osman Pasha somehow is the starter right now. I don't know how, but he is the starter and he is very cheap, so you can just give him a look. Going on, we got Juro Balkovic. Picking someone from Alanyaspor is really hard because the team rotates too much. I'm not 100% sure that Balkovic will start, but he is likely to start. He has been scoring goals. He scored against Galatasaray from a free kick, and if he does, I'm backing Alanyaspor to win the match over Gaziantepspor. They are one of the teams that I'll be concentrating on this week. So he's also another good pick with a certain risk. Moving on, we got Semih Güler. The fixture is not great. I'm not huge on Adana Demirspor, sorry, this week. Demirspor will play Kayserispor away at home. Kayserispor is a tough team to break, and but Adanaspor has been playing. Sorry, I keep saying Adanaspor. They are in the second tier. Adana Demirspor has been playing great, and they certainly can win this match, at least get a draw or whatever. And Rakitski is suspended for Adana Demirspor, so Semih Güler will definitely start, and he is worth having a look because Kayserispor are not the most offensive team ever, so they can keep a clean sheet. Semih Güler has the potential to score high points. He did whenever he played, and he is a good option for this week. And lastly, there is Emre Taşdemir. Again, I cannot believe that I'm endorsing him. I don't want to believe that he will be starting, but there are news reports claiming that he will start at the left back position because Kazımcan is injured. I still am not convinced, but these reports, the report I saw came from Ajans Spor. They have been right so far for Galatasaray, so it's worth considering. And if he starts, he is very cheap. But if he starts for Galatasaray, he doesn't even have to play really well. Just a start for a team like Galatasaray will do very, very good for his price. So it can be considered as an investment, and if he starts, if he participates, he can be sold for so much more than he is bought for. So moving on to the midfielders, there are some players that I haven't managed to sell because you know that I try to sell for the same price that I got them for. So, but it turns out some of my underperforming players proved hard to sell. So they are still in the team. So for the two midfielders, I was left with a budget of just 0.0029 Ethereum, so which is really cheap. So I got to make do with the budget that I got left with. Let's see who we got. First off, we got Zinedine Ferhat. He is so far not a starter for Alanyaspor. He has been injured, he returned, and he has been coming in late to games in the last couple weeks. But he has immense potential. He is very talented, and the last match against Galatasaray, he provided the assist for the late equalizer. So I believe this time he can be a starter, and even if he doesn't, he has the potential to come in and change the game. And Daniel Kandeyaş is also suspended, so that is another reason Ferhat looks likely to start. And the other pick is David Akıntola from Adana Demirspor. I have already mentioned that I'm not huge on Adana Demirspor, but still Akıntola is ridiculously cheap. He is very in form. He has scored in their last two games. So why not give him a try? He is a definite starter. I don't think Yusuf Sarı has something to claim over him. He will start. And with Adana Demirspor playing without any out-and-out striker, they rely on Belhanda, Emre Akbaba, Henry Onyekuru, and David Akıntola to score. And it is working very well so far. He has been a constant threat, and I expect him to continue this way. So with this price, I think he is a must pick up. Other options were, I want to start with Zimer Bitici. That's how you pronounce that very hard name. Bitici would have been my first option if I had the budget. As you can see, he's very cheap, and but he is very talented. I think he might be one of the most talented wingers in the league. His scores has been poor, and but playing against Kasımpaşa, they need him. He needs to step up. They need him to step up. Everything is perfect for him to have a really good match. And with his price fallen below our expected budget, I think he's a great pickup. Also, I want to mention, as you can see, the last 15 looks in Sorare data as 41 points, but actually it's 40. So he's also a great option for specialist leagues as well. Moving on, we got Bernard Mensah. At first, I was thinking about putting in Oliver Kemen. Kemen has been in fine form, and he provided 2 assists in the last 2 games. So I was considering Kemen, but then I saw that Kemen's price and Mensah's matched. So Mensah is the better option between the two. He's a star midfielder. He can do anything and everything. He is in good form as well. He haven't provided any decisives lately, but it's something that can happen. Moving on, we got Taylan Antalyalı. He plays as a box-to-box midfielder for Ankaragücü. I'm not entirely convinced about this role, but he takes initiative, he dribbles, he moves forward, he tries to get into the opposition box. So Ankaragücü, good matchup, a certain starter. I think he is also a good player to be considered. And lastly, we got Tayfur Bingöl. He is not a starter. This is quite similar to Emre Taşdemir. Beşiktaş is playing Ümraniyespor. They are rock bottom, and they are the weakest team in the league. So Beşiktaş are playing them, and the next week they will be playing Galatasaray. So Galatasaray match will be the real matchup that they will be looking up to. So they have some players who already have 3 yellow cards. And if I were the Beşiktaş manager, I would consider resting those players. The players on the edge of being suspended are Valentin Rozier, Salih Uçan, and Getson Fernandez. If any of them sits out, Tayfur Bingöl can play at the right back, at right wing, and even center midfield. So he can be considered in place of any of the names that are mentioned. So he has a chance to start, and once again, if he starts for a team like Beşiktaş, he has the potential to go high in price and also potential to earn decent points. And lastly, we got the forward position. I once again went with Ali Sow. He is in fine form. I do like what I'm seeing from him. He will lead the line for Ankaragücü. I do like their chances, and he is a definite pickup for me. The other players that I considered were Koka. Obviously, we played so much with Koka. Last week he scored the equalizer against Galatasaray as well. He can also be considered. The other player is Mamadou Fall. Fall is not the greatest decisive scorer. He hasn't been contributing with assists or goals, even though he is a right winger. but he plays a more defensive role in the offensive Kasımpaşa squad. But last match, Stefan Bahoken has been injured. He's not expected to play in this game. So there are only 3 options for Kasımpaşa. They can either play one of the youngsters. None of them looked very good. They have been getting some minutes, but they are not in Super League quality right now. So the other option is for the Koita. Koita hasn't played a single minute. He wasn't even on the bench for the entire season. So I don't know his situation, his fitness situation, but it looks like he won't be able to go straight into the starting 11 and play the full 90. So that rules him out. The only option that I can see is to move Mamadou Fall to the striker position. He would not be great there, I would think, but still he has a pace and physicality. Moving on, we got Can Kwasi. Karagümrük were excellent in the away fixture against Fenerbahçe. I'm expecting a repeat performance against Galatasaray as well. Fabio Borini played number 9 and he dropped back and provided a lot of space for both Kwasi and Koli. Koli has been injured, but he is expected to return. So both of them have the potential to score or assist. Galatasaray have 3 of their 4 defenders missing, so that's a worry for Galatasaray as well. Moving on, we got Muhammed Demir. Lastly, Muhammed Demir was on the bench last week. It was a tough fixture in Adana Demirspor away fixture. I think it was more of a tactical decision, so I'm expecting him to return to the starting 11. Konyaspor are an excellent team, and their main striker, Muhammed Demir, just because he sat on the bench last week, has fallen in price. I think he is worth so much more than this, and he is a very good striker. He certainly showed that he can score in most of the games. I think he will return, and maybe after the World Cup, but his price is ought to rise. So this is the team that we'll be competing with, and thank you very much for watching. And if you liked the video, if it's helpful, please do leave a like, and please do leave a comment if you got similar players from other leagues, if you got any recommendations, any questions, anything, just drop a comment. I would be very, very happy. And lastly, please do subscribe. If we win anything more, and I'm very hopeful that I will be giving it away to one of the subscribers. Thank you very much. Have a good day and best of luck.